trading, swing trading, and option trading picks are on deck. Good morning, traders. It is Tuesday, May 12th. We've got the market chopping around quite a bit today. You can see these long red candles closing on their low. Reversed the opening gains immediately. Took out the close from yesterday. Quite a bearish opening out of the gate. However, we had this long green engulfing bar right in here, and we had a 1OP cross. That's what gave me confidence to start getting long stocks that had lots and lots of relative strength. So I'm going to go into my chat room. I'm going to show you. You can see about 20 minutes after the open, long PDD 56.18, long ABBV 90.43. I'm going to continue to scroll down. You can see some of my other trades in here. Long DDOG. I post everything real time. I'm also trying to give people a heads up on what I'm looking at. I also got long some SPY in there. And I'm going to continue to go down. NVAX. Bought NVAX 38.93. And those are just some of the trades I did. I'm going to continue to go down because there's one in particular that I want to show you. And it was BGS. Bought some SEDG, made nice money on that. Have not had any losing trades on the long side today, and I'm flat on my shorts. PLNT was one of the shorts I tried. Right there, Grub, looks good. That was an explosion alert. We had another explosion alert on BGS, and I'm trying to find that right now. As soon as I do, I'm going to show you what the heck they are and why they mean so much to us. And right there, BGS. Long BGS 2332. Check the timestamp 10:18. That's about an hour and 50 minutes after the open. So now let's go in and take a look at what's going on. So we haven't had the market really doing anything. We had that sell-off initially and then lots of chop. However, we are looking for relative strength and relative weakness. The market has been in an upward trend, so we are finding much better momentum and sustained moves on the long side. I mentioned this in my pre-open market comments, and so that's what we've been focusing on. I'm going to show you what a explosion alert looks like. It comes up in the bottom of the option stalker platform, and there's one for MGNX. You can see if I want, I click on the chart, and it'll show me the chart. It came out right in here. That was the explosion alert. Here's also a list of the explosion alerts that have come up today. Uber, beautiful. Got it right there. Right on that launch right there. VTIQ. We'll wait for that chart to load. That was also another one that was moving higher. BGS. That was a really nice one. In that particular instance, we had this. There's VTIQ. You can see right in here. Look at that stock afterwards. BGS. This was a really nice one, and I actually posted a chart in the chat room of BGS to show that it is exactly the type of pattern that we're looking for. And I'll go back in the chat room while I'm speaking here, and I'll try and bring up that chart. And let's take a look at that. You can see, here's what we're looking for. This is a 5-minute chart. You can see these long green candles closing on their high on massive, massive volume. And we've got the stock making a new all-time high. These are the perfect ingredients for one of these bullish explosions. When we're through horizontal resistance and we've got these massive volume spikes in here, those are the ones that we want to take advantage of. I know every volume for every stock, every 5-minute increment throughout the course of the day. So I collect all the data, tick data. I know for every 5-minute increment for every stock what the average 20-day volume is for that exact 5-minute period during the day. When I see something unusual, our servers tag it. They look for volume spikes. They look for price movement. And when we get those pop-up alerts, they are gold. And so they come up, they're green or red if they're bearish, and you'll see these also in this search. However, it's the pop-up alert that you want to act on because that comes up right away. We're going to keep the SPY running in the background here. You can see how the 1OP indicator has dropped. It might be ready to cross in here. Market's been choppy, so I'm not looking for any buying opportunity. The market's just kind of waffling back and forth right now. But When you get these big alerts, you act on them right away. We had this big spike right in here. I was able to get in. I took a $1 profit on it and I got out. I don't know who BGS is. I don't care who they are. I don't know what they do. I don't care what they do. If I've got that volume and I've got that price movement, something is going on. And the news hasn't even hit the news wires yet. So if you can recognize that pattern and get long, set your targets, take profits, the stock starts to stall out a little bit like it did up in here, take your money. My gosh, that's a $1 gain in a matter of minutes. If I look at some of these others, Grub came up. It was beautiful. We saw it right here. This is where the volume alert came up, but it got halted. Well, everybody kind of had a chance to get in on this because probably 4 or 5 minutes elapsed until the stock reopened. But once it reopened, it still continued to push higher. So supposedly the rumor is that Uber's looking to buy Grub. We had another one, ARCT here. We'll take a quick look at that. And then we'll get into more traditional types of trading. So early this morning, heavy buying. NVAX was on the list right away. And you can see how it spiked up right in here. I didn't get long until we had this pullback right in here and I started to see relative strength. I made money on that. Then I bought it again. I drew a downward sloping alert line. As soon as it started to poke out above it, I was long that stock. DDOG, another nice one. There you had really good relative strength in there. I got long in here, sold in here. That was a nice trade. PDD, that was a fantastic stock. That was in relative strength 30, I believe. You've seen me highlight this stock in the last week. This is one of my favorite ones that I told you. I really, really like this. I felt that Chinese stocks might have a chance to go higher because their economy is starting to recover. And you can see the relative strength right here. Let's put up the SPY chart. You can see by the overlay, here's what the market did. This gray line, down, 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 down on the open. Stock gaps higher, holds its own, whoosh, gone. So really, really nice trade. ABBV, I showed you that one. That was another one that I caught early in the day. Stock gaps higher, pulls back a little bit with the market, but then look at this long green candle right in here. That tells me as the market's going down, it's starting to move higher. I bought that and I actually doubled up on it because I like the position so much. Stalls out, took profits. Really, really easy. You've got to be on these stocks right away. If you think you're going to just peck around and find something here or find something there, you're going to miss these moves. Most of the stocks make their moves within the first hour to 90 minutes. And within the first 20 to 25 minutes, you better know what it is that you're going to be buying so that you can start monitoring them. That's what all of these searches do. We use Pop Bull, fantastic search for swing trading. These are longer term moves. And you will see some really short term ones like NVAX show up on that as well. Love that search. You've got heavy buying. For day trading, this is a go-to search right out of the open. If we have any after earnings, these are going to be fantastic stocks because they are above the prior day's high and they posted earnings yesterday after the close or today before the open. These are your stocks and they're delivered to you on a silver platter. So the market bell rings after earnings, heavy buying. Relative strength 30 takes a little bit of time, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes to really come into play. And this is at its best when you have a market pullback, just like we had here. Down, 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 down. Well, after about 25, 30 minutes, this is a 30-minute search, so it's looking for which stocks are the strongest relative to the market right now. If you look at this, you can see SPY is down over the course of the last 30 minutes approximately. And well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, it's pretty flat in here, but this is going to show you where the strength is. Let's click on the top stock. Look at that strength. All you have to do, click through the stocks. Find the ones that have nice long green candles and that are just on the verge of breaking out. You get long on that breakout. You can watch the SPY on the right side of your screen here. Market tick, 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 tick down. Stock tick, 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 tick higher. You know this stock wants to go. At a time when sellers would be able to pound that stock down, they are not able to. buyers are lined up. That's why this is so successful. You watch these videos day in and day out, and you wonder, how the heck do they keep doing this? This is incredible. Every time I see winners in these videos, that's because we have a systematic trading approach. Option stalker searches are geared to find heavy volume, relative strength, buy and sell signals that are generated from our proprietary system, and then we use the 1OP indicator. You can see how it's dropping in here. We're going to let it keep dropping, and we're not going to be getting long stocks until it is put in a low and it starts to give us a bullish cross. Then we know the coast is clear. We can start considering some buys again as the market's coming in, just like it's doing right now. I'm knocking through these lists going, show me what's strong. Yes, yes, yes. Like this VTIQ. So right now we're 2.5 hours into trading. I'm telling you, if you look at this stock 20 minutes from now, this stock wants to go higher. Grub. This stock wants to go higher. Look at this market sell-off right here. Look at what the stock is doing. It's pushing higher. This is what this search does for us. You just got to click through the list, compare the two. Yes, this one's moving higher, market's moving lower. Wait for the 1OP indicator to give me a bullish cross. Wait for some signs that the market has found some support. That's what I provide in the chat room, play-by-play market commentary. When I say, okay, folks, it's time to buy, then you know Grub is the one I want to be in because I've been watching that. It's on this list and I know it's ticking higher. Buy it here, set my target, hit my target, went to cash, profit taken, next opportunity. That's how we do it. Systematic trading approach. LVGO is one that I saw this morning. Loved it out of the gate. You could see this little pop up right in here, and then the stock compresses when the market's coming in, falling. I didn't buy it, but man, was that a nice one. And it looked good on a D1 basis too. Daily chart. Look at that breakout. Rocket fuel. So that's what's been moving higher right now. Everything looks pretty flat as far as the market is concerned. So let's go backtrack a little bit. I had to show you those explosion alerts. That alone pays for Option Stalker. If you are a day trader, that one alert alone, you may only get maybe a few of them a week, but those few are going to be money. All you got to do is watch for that pattern I showed you. Long green candles closing on their high, heavy volume, breakout through horizontal resistance. If you have those factors in play, don't look for the news. Don't buy options. Get the stock. Market order now. Put a high limit out there. You could get filled on it very, very quickly. So enough lecturing. Let's take a look at what the market's doing right now. We've got this downward sloping trend line. We had some heavy selling on the open. We've got choppy trading in here. I believe that the low of the day is going to be tested. That would give us 1, 2, 3 tests of the low. Then we probably still continue to waffle around on a daily basis. Look at that daily chart. You can see this upward sloping trend line. Until that's breached, we have to stay on the long side. We have to favor the long side when we're day trading, favor the long side when we're doing option trading for swing trades, selling out of the money bullish put spreads. That's the strategy. But if you look across, the market hasn't done a whole lot in the last month or so. So everyone right now is waiting to see how the coronavirus plays out. We've got some hot spots that are reemerging in Wuhan, South Korea, Germany. This virus is very resilient. So even though the country is anxious to get reopened, the world's anxious to get reopened, everybody's looking over their shoulder. They don't want to do it too early, and this virus could resurface again, and that would be devastating. Personally, I believe that consumers are not going to whip out their wallets until they know that their jobs are secure. And we won't see that reduction in consumer confidence for probably another 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. Those malls have to be open, those restaurants have to be open, and then we need to hear reports from them saying that, hey, we're just not seeing the traffic right now. That would be the news that the market would wait for, and that's when we would get the next leg of the drop. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But in talking to everyone and terms of the research I do, the things that I read, this recovery is going to be pretty slow, and it's been very slow in China, and that is the litmus test. So at least for right now, I believe that we might be able to test 300 on the SPY, and that is a major resistance level where the 100-day and the 200-day moving averages are converging. I don't think we're going to get much higher than that. Once we get up there, if we break this upward sloping trend line and I see a long red candle down through it closing on its low and any kind of follow through, I will not hesitate to get short. So for today, mixed bag. We're above 288 on the SPY. We're going to continue to focus on the long side. We'll take a look at the stocks that I gave you yesterday, see how they're performing. That'd be the first thing that we want to do. And yesterday I only gave you 2 stocks, I believe, on the long side. APRN was one of them. I think that was the lead stock that I showed you. So let's see how that performed overnight. And you can see yesterday from the video, yes, it moved higher today. There's some money to be made in it. Not a lot. The market's been down and it's been choppy. There's an explosion alert right there. Just got that real time. So I click show. There it is. That's how easy it is. You click on that green button and it takes you right to the stock so that you can see it. So in any event, VTIQ still looks pretty good. Excuse me here. I've got to maximize this window here. VTIQ still looks pretty good, but I don't know a lot about the company. I'm going to go a little bit more mainstream and look for other stocks that might present a better buying opportunity. APRN, though, that looked good. And right now, it's not doing a whole lot, but you would have done okay on that with a swing trade. NVIDIA was another one that I liked yesterday. You can see the stock continued to grind high yesterday, pulled back a little bit on the open, but it bounced right away, so it is higher than where it was yesterday. Go to that daily chart. You can see how the stock is pushing up against the new all-time high here, so it still has nice momentum. I like the stock. I think it continues to do well. So let's see what else we can find for today. I know that I like ABBV because I was trading it earlier today. I like this breakout above the 100-day moving average. I like the breakout right here today, the fact that it's been able to hold up well. Let's go into that 5-minute chart, and you can see the stock has been strong relative to the market, continuing to push higher. I would sell an out-of-the-money bullish put spread keying off of that $85 level, which is the 100-day moving average. And let's see if we can get anything done on that. We would probably have to go out at least a couple of expirations. And we'll take a look at that $85 put spread. So for the $85 puts, I'm showing no bid on those. Let's see, 86, 87. There's just not a lot of premium. And actually, the bid-ask spread is quite wide on this particular stock. So maybe if we go into another expiration, we'll find a little bit better bid-ask spread on it. And we'll take a look there. We'll see if that 85. I was hoping to maybe do an 82.50, 82. See, the options just aren't there. They're spread out a mile wide. And that is the case for so many options. Once you get past the 100 most liquid stocks in terms of option liquidity, that liquidity really falls off. Even for liquid stocks, you've got very wide bid-ask spreads. So I like ABBV. I like it more on a stock basis. I think it's a stock that you can buy and hang on to. So let's go into heavy buying and see what we've got working here. Grub looks pretty good for right now. Look at that stock charge higher. BYND, really nice breakout through horizontal resistance. Look at it charge higher. I like BYND today. I think that one's going to do really well. Look at that relative strength. We found it right there on the heavy buying list. This also looks for heavy stock volume and breakouts. Going to continue to go in. Piton has done well. There's ABBV. BMY, I noticed that earlier. Some of the drug stocks are not the most consistent in terms of price action. I like this little bit of a breakout right there. And that is pretty nice on BMY. So it's been compressing in here, and now it's got a nice little breakout. It could go. So BMY also looks good. Cisco's coming up on earnings. Let's see if we have any after earnings stocks that have liquid options in them. Nothing in particular that I can see. CZR, I'm not a believer because I don't think that Vegas is going to get right back on its feet. But you can see that's a nice little breakout through that horizontal resistance level. It's got room to run to the 100-day moving average. That looks like it could be a decent stock to buy. It's a cheap stock, so you don't need to even trade options on that. Let's go into Pop Bull and see what we've got in here. I'm just looking for anything with liquid options. And I'm not seeing anything right off the bat. Well, BMY actually has very liquid options in it. I'm going to keep looking. BYND looks like probably the best stock that I see in terms of option liquidity and a breakout. So I'm going to stick with BYND. That's your best pick of the day. We're going to go with that. I think that's going to continue to have follow through. I like that breakout through horizontal resistance right in there. Long green candles closing on their high. You've got your earnings announcement right there. We're probably going to see some pork shortages this summer that could help the demand for their products. So BYND is the stock. I've also shown you a few others that I like today. I think that BMY could continue to do well. NVAX has been super strong. Go into that 5-minute chart. Look at that gap higher. I think that's another one. A little bit of a riskier play because it's already run so far. And SEDG was also another one that I had noticed earlier today that had done really, really well. Let's take a look at that daily chart. That one also, long green candles closing on their high, but getting a little bit of resistance in here. That one also could go. BYND is the stock. And so now let me go in and see. I always like to leave you with at least an option play. We can't just flat out go and buy option premium right now because implied volatilities are still high. But that breakout right there is above 125. So I'm going to be looking down to the 125 puts. These tend to carry some pretty good premium. So we're going to go in and take a look at maybe the May 22nd options here. And we're going to go 125 and see what else we can buy close to that. So the 125, 124, there's a $1 spread between that strike prices. So I'm looking for a 20-cent credit here. And you can see that off screen, that is 4 cents bid offered at 48 cents. I know you could get 20 cents for that. Maybe try and squeeze 25 cents out of that. That also looks like it'd be a pretty good play. So I'm going to ratchet this up. I'm only going to do a few here, but I'm going to put an order out just to see if I can get 25 cents for it. And let's see. Open order. So I can't get 25 cents for it right now, but I'm going to try to do it. That's it for today's video. If you're a day trader, the 1OP indicator is incredible for trading S&P futures, but we use it for stock positions. Yes, we can trade S&P 500 futures. When the market's choppy like this, though, you're not going to make a lot of money trading futures, but you're going to make a lot of money trading stocks. And so when the indicators here are flashing a buy for the market, we're looking for stocks with relative strength, heavy buying volume. When the 1OP indicator comes up to the top of its range, that tells us start taking profits on your positions. We don't know that the market's going to roll over just yet, but it's telling us take profits. So you take profits up in here, 1, 2, maybe a third test in here. You get a little cross starting to come in here, long tails under body. Okay, time to reload. Time to get back into our long position. So we use that 1OP indicator to tell us when we should be in the market, when we should be out of the market. If you're a swing trader, these same searches that I show you every day, the custom search engine, this is also how we find great swing trades. And in fact, most of the stocks that I day trade, I also like on a swing basis. That gives me staying power in the position. And then I know if I've got a really big run in the stock, I can take partial profits and hold that stock overnight. If I have an adverse market move and the stock kind of comes in a little bit, but I still like it, I can hold it overnight and not worry because it still looks good on a swing trading basis. So in almost every instance, we're looking for great swing trades, and then we're looking for opportunities intraday to get long that stock. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like the content. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss one of these videos. I promise you, I'll have some great trades in it, and I'll also have lots of education as well. Thanks. Good luck trading. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.